All right, let's take a look at this. Two interesting cards. Can you see those? I'll pull them down a little bit. We have the Fool card and the Tower card, both major arcana. There was one other sign that I pulled two major arcanas right here. I'm trying to think who that was today. And totally different cards. But you know, interesting. One represents cheerfulness, being ready to be out on the cliff, the edge, taking risks. I'm going to use my wand here. Opening up to expansion, being carefree, being like a child who doesn't have any burdens on them. They just want to see how he almost has his chest, like his heart open, like, okay, I'm ready. I don't care what you want to bring me, but I'm ready for. As you can see, the sun's out, so cheerfulness, happiness, and ready to take those risks. The Fool card is the first card of the major arcana. It starts with 0, as we know. So this is like a young child who's carefree. Now the card that came up, the other card for the last 2 weeks of September, is the Tower. All right, I have to ask you, Virgos, what is going on with you? This is a life-changing event. This can be a sudden change that comes up, that it's sometimes a shocking change. It doesn't have to be bad. It can be, you know, a good thing. It can bring vibrant, I want to say vibrant vibrations. I don't know why that's coming up, but it feels like whatever it is that's not working for you, man, it is really going to be, the dust is going to settle, but there's going to be some changes that will, some of you knock your socks off, so to speak. Some of you have seen it coming, but it does come out of the blue anyway. It just feels like it's, wow, what all is going on? Some shakeups. This could be within your home. If any of that is changing, it could be also within your business environment. It could be that your company is changing up a lot of things. And you're, you know, these two cards together, one would be you want to take what you have and be more carefree about it and take some risks because things are not working out here. After the Tower, of course, we know that it's almost like the 9 in numerology. It's change and it's letting go of things, right? Letting go of what doesn't serve us any longer. Let's see what the first two cards in October have. We have the King of Cups and the Three of Wands. Interesting. I'm really now ready to see the transition card. I normally don't pull it right away, but these two together are extremely positive. This is the King of Cups, which could represent a Scorpio, Pisces, or Cancer, Sun, Moon, or Rising. And the Three of Wands represents seeing success on a venture. And what comes up in the middle is the Six of Pentacles. The transition is the Six of Pentacles. So let's see how this plays out. Well, you know, usually this card represents being generous, generosity with money. And that could be, you know, I was talking about the hurricane and flood victims. Maybe you've, you know, for some of you, and of course this is going to be a very specific part of the United States, maybe this was, you know, you were part of that. You know, maybe your house got flooded or you're having to uproot your family. Maybe some of you needed loans or money and you're getting help for that. It could mean the other way, that you are loaning others money, or that you are being charitable, that you're being charitable towards other people. I feel like actually some of you could be both, Virgo. Some of you could be charitable, and also at the same time you're I don't know if needing the money is the word, but you're looking for more donations for your cause. This could be around pets. I'm hearing the words animal clinic. So if any of you all work in an animal clinic, any type of not resort, but some sort of, where you ride horses and you do those sorts of things. That's coming up. Something to do with land. So interesting. All right, let's go back to this King of Cups and this Three of Wands. It's almost like what you reap, you sow. Or what you sow, you reap, whatever way that goes. For me, this is working both ways for you guys, that it's yin and yang. It's working both ways. So while you're being of a giving nature, you're also receiving, is what I'm trying to say. So the King of Cups, let's see how he plays into this. Well, I'm feeling like this person is, and the look I see on his face in your particular reading, is usually not one of the King of Cups, but it's almost like a stern person who has a lot of social means, a lot of giving means. Again, here we go back to donations, giving, supportive of community. So, of course, this is not just, the hurricane. This is all over the world. I know, a lot of you are from different countries. So, someone that has the loving, supportive means, and they're there. But you know what? I feel like for some of you, you're going to have to work for it. Tell me in the comments below who this King of Cups is. Like I said, it could be a Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio. But I feel like, with this Three of Wands coming up, this is, again, success in your venture. You've already seen some success. This is more. He has his back to us because basically he's watching his ships go out. Can you see that? These are little ships right here. Back out to sea, delivering goods and coming back with money. More money. So again, I feel like for you all, I'm doing this. I'm sort of like you're receiving, you're giving, you're receiving, you're giving, you're building, something's being taken away. It's a real balance, but it's overall working out. Interesting. Something very much about charitable donations, or you're being charitable, or being giving loans, or yeah. Okay, let's draw one clarification card. I just want to see. Oh, well, okay. And then the Nine of Pentacles comes up. All right, as you all work this out, you're going to feel like happy home, happy family. You feel complete in where your money, your finances are. You're going to feel good about your home, your yard, your interior, exterior of your home, how you're clothed, what you're wearing. A lot of good to come from this Tower. Life is not all roses and wine, right? I mean, we have to have change, because change supports empowerment. Change supports growth. Change supports manifestation. So with the two major arcanas here at the end of September, the universe is really ready to give that to you. They're saying, we want you to change, but we want you to be taking risks and be happy so that you can manifest. Wow, these three cards right here are pretty amazing. Love and affection, home and family finances being strong, and developing more. All right, developing more in your venture, in your business. Let me take a look at my crystal. I'm going to pull it to the side so that it doesn't pick up the color of the cards. All right, what do we see here? Well, okay, so I'm getting two things. One is very beautiful aqua blue, and so that usually means to me the feeling of peace and calmness. I'm also getting, on the other hand, I'm seeing some, like a crack. So this could mean esoterically a crack in your spiritual foundation, or a crack in it could be physical, your foundation of your house. So maybe some of you have foundation problems. Maybe some of you have had legal or I'm going in a lot of different directions, I know, but some of this could point at people who have embezzled money. And I'm not saying you, but I'm saying being involved with. That might be part of this. There is light at the end of the tunnel. I am seeing a lot of light, as you follow through your positive intentions. Yeah, and some of you, and I can't remember if it was you or not last month that I got this on. I really don't. So if I'm saying it again, that it's something to pay attention to quite a bit. But I also saw in the crystal paying attention to astrological events, being interested in astrology, being interested in parallel universes, those types of things. For some of you, it's not, this obviously is for Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. And it's a general reading on top. So if this doesn't feel right or resonate with you, watch your Moon and Rising sign, okay? Because we have a lot of aspects, a lot going on here. With all of it feeling pretty good, the Tower is the change, the change card. All right, so let's go ahead and add up the cards. And this one was a pulled clarification, so I'm not going to include it. So we have 0, and then we have 16. So we have 16, and 6 is what, 22, 23, and 3 is 26. 2 and 6 is 8, and 8 is about abundance. 8 in numerology is manifestation. 8 can also be a karmic number. So remember that, again, what we sow, we reap. And that comes up to me, the embezzlement I said a minute ago, that's only going to be for a few people. But again, it's a great number. 8 is. It's like I said, if you have an 8 life path, if you stay on the right side of the law, then you're here to manifest. If you are here to take advantage of others financially or otherwise, karmically, whatever that means, murder, rape, all that stuff, then, again, it is a karmic number. So it's very much of bridging the spiritual and the material together with good intentions. 8 in the major arcana cards is the strength card. So I feel like the universe is saying, we want you to have strength because there is some change here. The strength card, as you remember, has the woman petting her lion. She's bending over and she's petting her lion, and she's soothing this fiery passion that the lion has. And she's very grounded. So it's about staying grounded through these emotional time periods and this passion that you have, that you want to move forward. I think it feels like a balancing act for you guys because you are pretty grounded usually. It might also mean that this has to do with fire signs, that you are working with some fire signs, Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries, or they have creative vision and you're working with them here. I'm also getting that.